Hello, my name is Michael Hollins, and I am the founding attorney here at the Hollins Bankruptcy Law Office, where we practice bankruptcy law. And today I would like to talk on the topic what you can expect if you don't pay your debts, or what really happens if you don't pay your rent, your car, your utilities, if you don't pay your credit card bills or your medical bills, exactly what you can expect, what exactly happens. But first, if you'd like any information regarding bankruptcy, please head over to hollinsbankruptcy.com, where we have a lot of good information regarding Chapter 7, Chapter 13, and just about the bankruptcy process in general. If you would like to get familiar, I suggest you head on over and take a look at the information there. Of course, you can give us a call here at 866-86-BILLS. That's 866-862-4557. And we'll be happy to talk to you personally about your situation in one of our consultation sessions. And now on to the topic. What can you expect? Exactly what happens when you don't pay various bills? Well, let's start with rent. There's always a time if someone is looking to file bankruptcy that you may find yourself behind on a rental payment. And that initial feeling of, I don't know if I can pay the rent on time, does not automatically make you think I need to file bankruptcy, nor should it. However, if you find yourself getting behind on more than 1 month and you're being threatened to be put out, that is a factor that you may want to consider with regard to bankruptcy. So, if you don't pay your rent on time and you begin to get the calls and the letters about that, you will be evicted if you don't pay. So this is absolutely and should be a high priority debt, and that you want to have a shelter. It should be one of the things that you prioritize very, very high. Now, in addition, if you were to be evicted, there are tenant screening companies out there that collect this information from the various courthouse. They look to see who has been evicted and they compile lists. They sell these lists to landlords so that landlords around the country will have the heads up about who has been evicted. So if you are evicted and you find yourself on one of these lists, it may make it harder for you to rent again in other places. So again, that's why you should prioritize paying your rent above all, because ultimately that's what will happen is you will be evicted and you may find yourself on a list of do not rent to other properties as well. Now, what about your car payment? What exactly happens if you don't pay your car? Well, most auto lenders, they move really quickly to repossess a vehicle if you miss just one payment. They are out looking to repossess vehicles, and definitely two. Now, some strategies are I'm going to hide the vehicle until I can get caught up. And I've seen that as well. But I've also seen that it's really difficult to do that. I don't know that that's a very successful strategy, especially if you're using that vehicle to go to work, to go to church, to go to the store, to go to school. You just don't want the anxiety of wondering if your vehicle will be there when you come out. Now, your main responsibility, of course, is to pay your shelter payment, but then you want to make sure that you have what you need to make it back and forth to work and to take care of your family as well. Because if you don't, they will repossess your vehicle. Now, what happens when they repossess the vehicle? They will take it and sell it at auction and get as much as they can for it. But it doesn't let you off the hook necessarily. Whatever you owe for the vehicle, minus whatever they were able to sell that vehicle for, you are still on the hook for that portion of the vehicle. So it's very possible that you have a note or that you owe a car lender and you no longer have the vehicle in your possession. In fact, somebody else is driving that vehicle and paying on it again, and that lender is still looking for you to make good on the note that you owe. If that's the case, if you find yourself in a position where you possibly could be looking at a repossession, or maybe a repossession just happened, just so you know, bankruptcy actually addresses both of those situations where it can stop a repossession And it also can get you your vehicle back if that's something that you like to do. Now, what about credit cards, medical bills? These are things we call unsecured debts. If you owe enough on credit cards or if you owe enough in medical bills, those unpaid creditors that you owe those monies to, they may decide that it's worth it to sue you for the balance of, or the unpaid balance, whatever that may be. Now, if they go to court and they sue you, it's very possible that they may obtain a judgment against you. And those judgments ultimately may find themselves in a garnishment status and could possibly, your check could possibly be garnished to the tune of 25% of your wages being taken every single check to pay off the medical debt or pay off the credit card debt. In some cases, they may seize your bank account or offset your bank account or taxes with those very same judgments. Now, if you find yourself in a situation where you lose income and you have to pay credit cards or you're looking to pay medical bills, I'm going to actually admonish you to not touch your 401k, not touch any retirement accounts. Don't bleed those dry or your deep savings to pay those unsecured creditors. I would ask that you talk to us. Let us help to get you through the tough time financially that is stopping you from paying those things. And you can learn more about what bankruptcy might be able to do for you so that you can keep your income, that you can keep your retirement and still get rid of the debt when you're in a situation that requires it. What about utilities? Utilities is one of the things that goes along with your shelter payment, your gas, your water, your electric. A lot of times, if you're unable to pay your rent, your shelter payment, your rent, then sometimes the utilities also are not paid. But in the event that you find yourself able to make up the rent, the utilities may still be cut off if they're not paid. To reinstate those utilities, believe it or not, bankruptcy actually addresses that also. So if you were filing and you had other reasons to file, if your utilities were behind or if they're off, bankruptcy can help you to get those caught up and get your utilities back on. That is not of itself a reason to file bankruptcy because your utilities are off, but it is just kind of an auxiliary thing that could happen to put you in a better position so that you could get that fresh start and move forward. Again, debt-free is ultimately the goal. Well, I hope this information was helpful. I just wanted to do a little bit of a deep dive into what you can expect if you didn't pay different bills. I couldn't hit all the different types of bills, student loans, different things that require their own video to talk about what happens when student loans are paid. But I hope you learned something here. If you did, please hit the like button, the thumbs up to let me know that. And I also ask that you share this video on your Facebook wall, your YouTube page. Share and send this to someone that may need this information. If you would like to talk with us, please head over to hollinsbankruptcy.com or give us a call at 866-86-BILLS. We'd love to hear from you. Again, my name is Michael Hollins, and thank you for listening, and please be safe.